everybody, it's Erin Reed and welcome back to my Christmas card today. Today's freebie from Scrapbook.com is the Perfectly Plaid Chill paper pack from Lawn Fawn, full of, look at all these yummy, yummy, yummy pages in here. I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a cute little card that's got this line of snowmans. Now I've already got the snowmans lined up and I'm going to come in, ink up those stamps, and come in and stamp that guy right there. Oops, that kind of popped up. I'm using one of the other stamps in here and it says a Welcome Winter, and I'm just going to place this up here. I'm kind of lining it up in the center here just so I have a place for it to go, using the same sheet of paper, and I'm going to stamp that up as well. Now that I've got all my stamping done, I'll move this off to the side. All right, so what I've already done is I've cut down one of the papers from Lawn Fawn. They give you quite a few in blue and green. I love the colors, and the plaids are going different directions, so I kind of played with the concept of that. I went ahead and inked the background of this paper in the black, and then I just took some white cardstock and inked it in this mint. These are both Umbrella Crafts, but they're being renamed as Scrapbook.com inks. So they're a premium dye ink. They are great. Lots of layers happening here. There we go. And then I already inked this one as well. Inked a lot of stuff already. Ink that. All right, so I also cut out my little snowman here, and then I created a mat in one of the other colors. So I didn't pull the yellows too much. There's a tiny bit of yellow in this background, and we're going to create a layered mat. But the first thing I want to do is I want to color this. So I've pulled out 3 colors, and just to kind of look to see if the swatch looks right. That mint looks really cute. The yellow looks really cute. They kind of match. And then the blue, I couldn't find a really good blue, but I found this pale blue that really does work well. So I'm going to come in now, and for the hats and for the buttons, I'm not going to worry about their faces or anything, or obviously the snowmen because they're supposed to be white. But I'm just going to come in and kind of mix and match the colors. And yes, there is little bands for the hats, but that's just going to be way too much. So this little guy's got a tie. Let's come in and do that. And the tie. And let's do this one's buttons. So I'm just going to speed through using these 2 colors and coloring up my little snowman. All right, don't mind the colored paper in the background. I think it helps with the camera focusing or something, so we're going to leave it for now. All right, layering up these 3 pieces together, one after the other. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop this piece up right here. And that goes right at the top right there. Nice little element. Make sure I got this centered before I really push it down. Went ahead and layered up and did the exact same thing as did the top. White, the plaid and the green, and then the white again. Inking these. And I only have one little pop dot left, but I'm going to go ahead and layer these up. It's just a fast, little easy winter card. Layers and layers of paper. For this one, really letting the paper shine, making those the big focal point of this entire thing. And I'm almost out of my little pop dot, so I am just going to cut out a little section from here and just use this entire thing on the back here because I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste this entire section. I'll save that little pop dot for something else, and then just pop this up. Just makes her a very, very simple, very linear card, letting the stamp and the papers really shine and really easy. So I'm actually going to make one more of these, but I think I might reverse some of the colors. I don't know, I'm gonna play with it. So I went ahead and finished my other card, and if you notice, I flipped the colors. I left the dark blue I put as the matte behind here, so making this a little bit more green, and I also made the Welcome Winter tag a little bit smaller, just something different. Now I'm gonna come in with my Nuga drops. These ones are in, these are dry as clear, it's just a crystal drop, and all I'm doing is I'm gonna come into my snowman and add a little bit of something, just a tiny little bit, right in the bottom of the snowman, just to kind of give them, actually I'm just gonna cover the whole snowman. It's going to dry clear, but it's going to give them that little bit of an element that they are snowy. So I'm just coloring them in a little bit right here. It's a way to kind of give it a little bit of an illusion that there's something going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not putting a ton on here. It's a very, very light amount. So it's not something you're really going to see very clearly. It's going to be one of those, ooh, there's something there, and you kind of, it's hiding behind the background. Last thing I did is I went to this one, is I went added in a little welcome winter. I just took the light blue pen and then just kind of colored in around that. All right, so as my other two cards were drying, I was playing around and I had this cute little stamp set from Lawn Fawn, because these are Lawn Fawn papers for this freebie of the day, and the only ones I have are little ice cream cones. So I was playing around with it and I was digging around and I found the cutest little sticker set, and here is the rest of it, and then also this one, and the colors just went really, really, really well with the paper pad, but I was fighting and I couldn't quite get it to work, and I was playing with different things. I even went as far as making a little ice cream cone that looked like it was all Christmas colors, but it just didn't quite work. I liked the regular cone better. But then I kind of stumbled across this design. So we're going to play with it. But I also want to show you guys really quickly what the Nuvo drops did. Now that they've dried, they've kind of cracked a little bit because there's more than just a little drop, and it makes it look like it's like snow and crackle. It's really cool. That's kind of really neat looking. So the design I came up with this last card, this is a little freebie card that we're getting just because I couldn't quite drop it. I kept mulling it over in my head, is I'm going to take that same ink. So I've got my same colors out. I haven't put anything away. And I'm going to ink the edge of my papers. All right, I'm just gluing these down, adding my layers in. I like to matte just a little bit less. I have a white mat, and I did make a little bit of a smear, so I'm going to put that section at the top. And I had the perfect amount of the previous paper, so I went ahead and just used that. I already had it cut out, and it fit just exactly where I wanted to. And same with this one, so I didn't bother pulling out the white paper. I kind of used the little pieces I had left. Oops. That one I just did backwards. Well, inevitably I did it again. I grabbed my tape runner, and I was talking about how the paper was backwards and used backwards, and then I did that to this one. So tells you where my mind is right now. But I'm going to be putting my little oval piece at the top. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my finger and kind of rubbing before this gets too dry, pulling it off. There we go. And I'm going to be adding my oval, which has vanished. There it is. The oval's coming up here, so as long as I'm not sticky, I'm good. I'm clean everywhere else. I'm good to go. So I'm just going to add my adhesive now to the back of that strip. Oh, it happens. And I really did not want to recut that up and re-ink that and the whole thing. Yeesh. All right. Make sure this gets nice and centered. And again, it's going to cover up that little mess I just made on there. So not worried. And I'm getting some great use out of all my pop dots that I have, because I still think I have like 4 or 5. This was another one of those things that when I saw it at the store in the dollar section, I was like, oh, pop dots, they're $1. I can buy that. And so I bought them. And so I have hordes of them, and I didn't need to. All right, so now I have my little ice cream cones. Oh, there's another one. There it is. And I colored it as close as I possibly could to the colors. It kind of matches into that dark color. And they do pretty well pop off of this. So I could totally leave the card just like that. I would not have to, but I love the little ice cream cones. And it's kind of a nod to Lawn Fawn, because it's the only stamp that I have of theirs. That actually is a die cut system. I have some space ones, but that did not work. But I want to give him something that makes it look like it's Christmas. So I'm looking at the stamp set, and yes, I'm totally going to cut apart a stamp, a sticker, because I don't have anything that's going to work. I'm going to cut this little guy's hat off. And I've had this particular sticker set for a very long time. I'm going to switch gears and use my better scissors, my fussy cut scissors. And I keep trying to use these stickers, and I keep fighting with them, and they're so adorable. And I've used a couple, but not much. So I think that was part of the biggest issue I had, is I didn't have a little hat. If I had a die cut hat, if I had a hat that I could die cut, I tried to find another one that was more of a toque, but the size was off. So I actually colored in one of these guys, and it just looked funny. Oops, sticking my finger. They just look funny. They didn't look right. It was too long. The hat was just about as big as the ice cream cone. The proportions were off because it was not made to go with that. Neither are these, but that fits a heck of a lot more cuter. And now it looks kind of Santa-y-ish, which I think is fun. I think I'm going to stick the sticker on the other guy's head, but just to give it a little bit of definition. I know it's weird that I'm inking a sticker, but I'm weird like that. So I'm just going to ink that up. and add that to this little guy right here. The other one is there's a cute little hat, and I think the perspectives are just right again on this little snow guy. So see this red one with the heart on it? I'm going to fussy cut that guy out now. All right, so I've fussy cut it out. It's going to fit right here on my little ice cream cone. And now my ice cream cone has a little winter toque on. Just something fun and different. And it pops in a little bit of that red, and it makes your ice cream cones look like they have something to do with Christmas again. Or winter in that season. All right, I'm going to pop these ones up, so I'm just using a little bit more of this, and there's nothing I can salvage from that other stamp. It is done. Pop this little guy up. And I like them because everything's so linear that these guys are just a little bit offset. All right, so I was really fighting with the way the card looked. The red on the hat, just there was nothing else on there that was red besides a tiny little bit on that sticker. So I really wanted to pull in more red. I tried stitching the outline in red, and then I thought, you know, all the snowflakes that were on there just looked really, really busy. So I pulled everything off, left the oval, and I played with this sticker right here, and it just says Merry Christmas. It's got a big piece of red on there. It's got the yellow, so it's bringing in that yellow, which I did not have before because this was the only yellow, the little bit of hint in the yellow on the plaid. And guess what? It fits right on there. You wouldn't even know, and it's popped up. So I'm just going to place this right on here, just like that. I mean, I could not plan that better. You're never going to know that little oval's there, but now it looks like that sticker is popped up, and it just looks a little bit cleaner, and it ties it in just a little bit better. So there you go. Sometimes you just have to switch gears because you're just fighting with it. So here are 3 cute Christmas cards or winter cards, however you want to look at it, using the Lawn Fawn paper pad, super cute paper pad with amazing colors that you can go in a Christmas direction by adding a couple of pops of color, or in a winter direction using stamps that have nothing to do with Christmas or with winter, and then just changing them up by kind of altering them. And play with your stickers, cut them up, change them up, do what you want with them, or going traditional and using some snowmen, which I think are so super cute. Links for all the supplies are down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button, and I will see you guys again later. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.